All right, presentation number 2 of the week. Going to go over time management and time blocking. We're going to start with time blocking, and what time blocking is. You might already be doing this in maybe your calendar app on your phone or in a planner. Well, this is just a more technical term for just a time management method where you divide your day into blocks of time, with each time block being dedicated to a specific task or group of tasks. So if we go through, I'll let you figure out what your weekends look like, but one example for me, just a chunk of a Monday, without going into all the details. Let's say we're going to take between 5:30 or 5 and 5:30. This is going to be when I wake up. Pretty simple, okay? No, this is when I need to make that happen. What happens after I wake up? I'm going to eat. Maybe I start my lift around 6:30 or 7 lift, and that's going to take me, maybe it takes me an hour and a half. Okay, I know following that, probably going to eat and shower. Maybe. I'm not going to need the shower. Okay. Maybe when I eventually have athletes in, this will be when I have a lift, lacrosse lift. Okay, maybe on another day, this is very out of order, but maybe on another day, I'll get 2 hours of lacrosse practice in. Lax practice. Cool. Maybe after that, I eat again. Eat. Maybe for this hour and a half, work on lax programming. Maybe here, another hour and a half. We'll say maybe I'll catch up with a lax athletic trainer. Lax AT meeting. Maybe for this hour and a half, intern presentations / assignments. Okay, you get the picture. So this strategy is a good one, and this is going to bother me. Good strategy to make sure that you maximize every window of your day. In the evening, maybe it's take an hour and a half to wind down and veg out on your phone, whatever. Maybe we're studying for a little bit down here, up here. If I'm you, you're going to have classes that you have to put in here, and then your own lift times and when you're going to be working with certain teams. But this approach is going to dramatically increase your productivity, give you a clearer structure on what each day is going to look like for yourself. If you can stick to it and be strict with it, it's going to help you increase your focus, and the idea of this, and if you can commit to it, should help promote deeper focused work. It's going to make us improve our organization skills just by categorizing tasks, and I'll go into how we'll categorize things with the Eisenhower matrix as well in just a sec. It's also just going to generally improve your time management, like I mentioned. Okay, so that is time blocking, and this is not going to be due as like you do this and submit it to me. This is for you to do for yourself, so you can start to maximize your time. And it's probably a good idea to like be very real with yourself and ask the question: am I maximizing all of my hours of the day that I'm awake? Or are there plenty of windows where I can probably cut out some time on my phone because I'm just kind of lounging around, and I can be more productive and get other stuff done? When you actually fill this out based on what a real day in the life looks like for yourself, you're also going to be able to realize how little or how much you're actually sleeping. Because if you don't go to bed till all the way down here and you wake up at 5 or 6 a.m. to get ready for a lift or whatever you do in the morning, it's probably not going to last very long in this field. Now, how we actually identify our tasks is going to be done through the Eisenhower matrix in right here on this Excel sheet. there's a few links for resources that I think are going to be very helpful to help you understand some of this stuff to a greater degree. And last thing before we jump into the Eisenhower matrix, this is an example from another coach that I'd worked with. This is one she filled out. It's just on the next tab over if you want to get a greater look into what this can look like for yourself. Okay, going into the Eisenhower matrix, all this is categorizing what is urgent and what is important and what is neither of those things, or what is one but not the other. So the Eisenhower matrix is going to help us create and schedule our work blocks, balance your schedules with breaks, and help us stick to our schedule and make adjustments based on what we actually need to give immediate attention or not. So this little matrix is going to help us provide some priority to certain things. So if we look at the top left, this is urgent/important work. So if it's urgent and important and it's something that you have on your to-do list, you should probably do it first. So tasks with deadlines or consequences, this is something that it might be a last-minute request from somebody really important, some kind of crisis or a tight deadline, or something that's just going to get worse if you ignore it over time. So something that you need to do immediately. There's no negotiating, no bargaining with yourself. This stuff has to get done now. Should probably make that a priority in our weekly schedule. And this is subject to change week to week based on what you have in front of you. Quadrant number 2, this is work that is important, but it's not urgent. So maybe we have a looser deadline to get this stuff done on. So tasks with unclear deadlines that contribute to long-term success. What these can look like are probably long-term projects, relationship building, self-care, learning and skill development, and planning and prevention. So just think about you as a strength and conditioning intern with aspirations to be a strength coach. Is it important that you read every day or read something and learn from somebody? Yes. Is it urgent? Like, does it have to be done by tomorrow? No. So while it is important, it's not urgent, so it doesn't need to be priority number 1. So action item with this, time block your calendar. This is where the real progress is going to live here. This is probably most of our work, unless you absolutely just have a problem with putting things off and then everything just falls to this bucket, which is not what we want. Quadrant number 3, this is where we delegate tasks. So something that's urgent, but it's not important. So it needs to get done pretty quickly, but it is something that either doesn't require a lot of skill or talent to do, and you can hand this off. So this might not be extremely applicable to some of y'all in the intern role, but if you think about some managers or directors that have a lot on their plate and need to commit more time elsewhere and need to or have the ability to hand something off to get done, this is where something like that comes into place. So something you can delegate that is not important but urgent, just any kind of some meetings, some emails, some messages. I think there's not too much that's applicable to us in this role here, but that is a bucket. Okay, last one, not urgent versus not important. So neither of these things carry much weight in our day-to-day life. So this is usually what can be classified as a distraction or an unnecessary task. So this could be probably number 1 in today's day and age, mindless scrolling. Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff. I'm guilty too. I do spend some time here. Busy work, excessive TV or entertainment, and then tasks that you do to avoid harder things. So just procrastinating. While this is a bucket, an unfortunate one, this is something that we need to limit and try to stop doing. anything that falls in this category is essentially at the end of the day stealing our time. That is the Eisenhower matrix, just kind of how we try to identify priorities in our life. Let's see. That is pretty much all the notes I have on this assignment slash segment of our curriculum we're going through. It is extremely important. Is it strength and conditioning heavy? No. But it's something that's going to make you just a generally more effective human, and especially when you grow through your roles, or you get into having a second job or anything like that, and classes start back up. This will make you more effective, and it will make your life easier if you can build out your schedule and stick to it on a daily basis. Sweet. Preach.